Hello, fellow graduates, parents, families, teachers, and others. You may or may not know who I am, but if you don't, my name is Remsen James Winan, but I've always gone by Remy. Today is June 5th, our graduation day. Today is the end of this hard, challenging, weird, but incredible journey. I've made it here on this stage today because of my supporting parents, friends, colleagues, teachers, and coaches. They have always pushed me to be successful and to be great in whatever I do. To my fellow graduates, the journey to graduation isn't easy for anyone, and I'm proud of you, all of you, for joining me here today. My time here at LaSalle Prep has been fun, but it's had its challenges. My high school experience felt hard and overwhelming at times, and I'm lucky for all the support I had. But sometimes the only person you can rely on to get you through challenges and hard times is yourself. At some point in your life, you'll be faced with challenges that you and only you can conquer. One day, when that happens, remember these philosophies. Today, I will share 3 lessons that have helped me conquer life's challenges and the hardships of high school. I may not see most of you ever again, so promise me that you take these quotes wherever you go. The first lesson is to not be afraid to take a chance. A lot of us live life a little timid, myself included. During my sophomore year, I had a crush on this girl. I never built up the courage to ask her out, and eventually she found out and told me straight up she wasn't interested. But then a week later, I caught interest with another girl, and instead asked her out pretty quickly. I cut right to the chase. We dated for 1.5 years, and I learned a lot about myself and what it means to love and care for someone like that. Because I took a chance, it allowed me to grow as a person and become a better friend, partner, and all-around person. During my first job, I worked harder than all the other employees. For a long time, I was terrified to ask for a promotion even though I knew I deserved one. I eventually did, and it backfired hard. I was immediately yelled at and told that in no way did I deserve it. My boss wasn't exactly the nicest person. After a while, I asked again, and she told me that if I kept up my hard work for a few more weeks, she would consider it. So I worked harder than ever, and sure enough, I was promoted to manager, mind you, at 16 years old. Because I took a chance and stood up for myself, I earned a big promotion. We all have one shot in this life. If you embarrass yourself or fail, who cares? We all experience failure and embarrassment. It's human. The important thing is to keep moving forward. When you get hit with rejection, don't let it discourage you. Keep trying. So go ask that girl out. Go demand for a promotion. Take a risk because you'll miss all of the shots you don't take. This next lesson is a quote I really like. A river cuts through rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. That quote comes from author James Watkins. I don't know anything he wrote, but I like the quote a lot. It takes forever for the flow of a river to make even the slightest carve in a rock. It seems crazy that water can even do that, but it does. It doesn't happen overnight, but it's not impossible. A real life example that I can relate to is going to the gym. I see this firsthand every day. Growing up, I was very much on the plus size, and I still kind of am. I went to the gym in 8th grade, and I was ready to get my health under control. After a month of not really seeing results, I gave it up. I then went through the same process for years, where I would just start going again, then stop, and going and stop. It wasn't until recently where I started to better understand consistency. As I write this speech, I'm 35 pounds down from where I was, and I'm beginning to notice serious definition in my arms, legs, and even core. Being consistent is difficult, but if you keep at it, it gets easier and easier. I can't picture myself not going to the gym at least 5 days a week. Because of my consistency, the gym has become a normal part of my life, and I'm able to see myself achieve my goals and become someone or something that I've always wanted to. I don't see results every day, and some days I don't feel like going, but I always remember to be persistent and to keep pushing. Going to the gym once doesn't make you big big and strong, or more lean and defined. Going every day or multiple times a week consistently will. The same goes for everything else. Everything in your life takes time. Your dreams are awesome, and they are all achievable by each and every one of you. But they all take time. Getting your dream job, dream life, dream spouse, dream kids don't happen overnight. It takes years for a river to carve through a rock, but the river doesn't give up. The river keeps flowing, so for the rest of your life, keep being consistent, and eventually you'll carve through that rock. My third and final philosophy today is when life throws dirt on you, use it to blossom into something amazing. Everybody here has experienced hate, harmful words, or anything similar at that point. Or just being mistreated in general. Everyone has experienced unforeseen challenges that you can't control. Experiencing these things is a part of life. How you handle these things is what defines you. My freshman year of high school, I joined the football team. I knew close to nobody on the team. As a freshman, it's common to get hazed by seniors and upperclassmen. As a 5'6", 220-pound freshman, the hazing is a little bit worse. I remember constantly being harassed and told I would never be good. Multiple teammates even called me bowling ball because of how overweight I was. The continuous name calling and hazing hurt, and it made me want to quit football, but I didn't. I kept playing, and that off season, I worked my ass off, pardon my language. I lost a bunch of weight and was more fit for football than ever before. Before season started, my coach came up to me and told me I was going to get minutes. If you don't play football or sports in general, getting minutes means you get to play, which is something not every athlete gets to do. As a sophomore, I was excited to finally play against varsity competition. I continued working hard in practice, feeling like I earned my minutes. But come Friday night, game day, coach wouldn't put me in. This happened every game all season long. It was infuriating. I wanted to quit again, but I didn't. I kept moving forward. I kept working hard. That next off season, I was on track to have a great junior year. Then the world pandemic hit. COVID-19 prevented me from going to the gym or working out outside of my house. I was discouraged and felt like giving it all up again. Eventually, we could have practice again, and my love for the sport returned. I started working hard again, and I finally earned a starting spot. Our season went pretty well, and it was a lot of fun to go out one more time with the seniors. But then 3 weeks later, our coach tells us he's leaving LaSalle, and he's taking the entire coaching staff with him to the new high school. This was the beginning of everyone else leaving. All of our best upcoming seniors and a few of our best juniors left. Me and one other player would be the only returning starters for that next season. That summer, we had no organized football practices or events because we had no coach. I once again felt discouraged by the sport I love, but I kept moving forward. I worked twice as hard as I ever worked before and I was in even better shape than before, the best football shape of my life. I was also then selected unanimously as the team captain. Our season wasn't great, but I became a better leader and better person from it. I was even selected for All-League Honorable Mention Lineman. Again, if you don't know what I just said, an All-League award means you're one of the best players in that position for your league. Considering that everyone who plays my position is usually 5 inches taller and about 50 to 100 pounds heavier than me, I think that's pretty good. I know I rambled a bit there, but the point I'm making is that time and time again, people, pandemics, or other things that aren't in my control continue to throw dirt at me. I was told my freshman year I would never be a good football player, and my senior year I was selected as team captain and earned an All-League award. My sophomore year, I was lied to about getting playing time. or minutes. Then my junior year, I didn't come out of the game on offense, and senior year, I was practically begging to come out of the game because of how tired I was. Life is always going to try and bring you down. Life is always going to throw dirt on you. Most of the time, we can't control this, but we can respond to it. We all have something amazing inside of us waiting to come out. So when life throws dirt on you, use it to blossom and grow into something amazing. So now you know the 3 quotes or philosophies that I live by, and that I have lived by. These lessons and quotes have gotten me through good and bad times, and I know they can do the same for you. I hope you take these philosophies and stories and apply them to your own life. Not all of us play football or go to the gym or will do any of the sorts, but the lessons I took from them can be learned and applied to anything you all will do. Today is June 5th, our graduation day. Today is the end of this hard, challenging, weird, and incredible journey. But it's also the beginning of a new journey ahead. So whether you're going to college, going into work, doing anything else to make yourself successful, or ever feeling discouraged, remember to not be afraid to take a chance. Remember, a river cuts through rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. And remember, when life throws dirt on you, use it and blossom into something amazing. Thank you.